5, 4, 3. Hi, and welcome back to another great night of Concordia On-Air. I'm Desi.
And I'm Sam.
And on tonight's show, we have...
On news, the celebration of Student Scholarship is taking place next week.
In sports, we'll be talking about women's softball.
And JoJo Siwa's back.
And Bluey's coming back too, on Annie.
Plus a interview about 10-minute scenes.
All that and more tonight on Concordia On-Air.
Giving us a bit of an applause.
Getting an applause
Yeah.
to us.
Yeah, well, everybody contributed there.
true.
It was a group effort.
True. What's up?
So what's up? We're back here on a Wednesday.
Yeah.
It's beautiful out today.
It
Has
was
been
so
the last
nice.
couple days.
Yeah.
Spring has sprung, as they say. So I think that's what they say. Something about April showers, spring and May flowers.
Yeah, you got it.
All the spring sayings. I'm hip with my spring lingo.
Ooh.
See, you didn't see that one coming.
Yeah.
Anyway, what's happening?
What is happening? There's a lot of things happening.
Yeah, it's ramping up towards the end of the year. I did some awesome adult things today, like jury duty. Had to fill out a little questionnaire for that. And jury duty really makes me hate democracy, I'm going to be honest.
Oh.
Why don't we just have like one guy who's like, yep, you're guilty, you're not. Why do I have to deal with that? I don't know anything. Jury duty stinks.
Jury duty.
Due process stinks. Just kidding. Yeah, let's get some booze for due process in the court system. There we go. Thanks, guys. Anyway, what's happening here on campus?
They had beanbags in front of the bell tower today.
They did,
It's kind of
because
cool.
it's been so nice. I didn't play.
I didn't either. And spike ball.
I'm so good at spike ball.
So good.
I'm really good.
We should have like a tournament. Like
I would
a
win.
Concordia On-Air tournament
And I would win.
in spike ball.
Not if you were my teammate, then I'd lose. You're probably
Yeah.
pretty bad, but...
Yeah. See? Somebody's... Can't win them all, Sam. Can't win them all.
Oh, but I can. It's
No.
you that can't win them all.
No, but if I'm your teammate, then we have a problem.
Yeah, that we do have a problem.
Yeah.
But anyway,
No, I bet Ephraim would, like, just take the cake on that one. Like, I bet he's a spike ball champ.
we'll have to see about that, I guess.
We should definitely do that.
Okay. He's saying no. He's not good. See?
That's bumfuzzling.
Bumfuzzling?
That is bumfuzzling.
Well, you know.
It's good. What else is going on?
What else is going on? We don't know anything. Why does everyone always ask us what's going on?
Yeah, it's not like we do the news.
We don't know what's going on.
Don't do the news. Kay does the news. Hostile conferences. Oh, we had a hostile news conference. Do you know how to do a hostile news conference?
Yep, I'm very good under pressure.
Are you?
Under pressure. So anyway, I'm really good.
Okay, so is it true that Concordia On-Air is getting a fish?
You know, it's been in the works for a while now. We are moving through the process of development, and I can't give a solid yes or no answer at the moment, but the prospects are looking pretty promising, so we hope to bring you more news on that in the future.
Do we have a budget for? Is that in our budget right now?
I think so.
You think so?
I'll have to talk with our accountant. I don't know who our accountant is.
Sam, we have we have 72 cents in the budget. 73 cents.
73 cents.
Pardon. 73 cents in the budget.
Well, and I have a fishing rod. Your point is?
I don't think we can afford a fish, is what I'm
I have a fishing rod. I'll catch the fish.
But then how are we going to feed him? Can't
Catch more fish to feed that
can't
fish.
cannibalize the fish.
Yes, you can. That's what they do.
No, you give them worms.
Well, I can get
You
those
give them
too.
fish food, you sprinkle it.
We can figure this out later.
We can.
For now, let's send this to news.
Let's put a can in it.
Let's put a pecan pie in my mouth and send it to news.
Welcome to news, I'm Kay. The 11th Golden Cubs Award Show is taking place and students are invited to attend. The event is a yearly award show that gives recognition to students who excelled in athletics and academics. Various awards are given out to these students and the event is hosted by the Student Athlete Advisory Committee. Admission is free and a live stream link will be provided to students as the event gets closer. The event will be taking place in Memorial Auditorium on Thursday, April 18th at 7 p.m.
Since move-out day is coming up soon, there are some important dates to remember. Friday, April 14th is the deadline for submitting a summer housing application and late stay requests. These applications can be found in My Housing. Also on Saturday, April 27th and Sunday, April 28th, traditional halls will be able to return their lofts. The official date for moving out of traditional dorm halls is Monday, May 6th. For more information, dorm halls newsletters can be accessed via your email, and there are flyers pinned up on corkboards around campus.
And in the spirit of moving out, there's also a checklist that is to be completed by any student who is leaving a traditional dorm hall. Dressers, closets, desk drawers, fridges, and microwaves are to be cleared out and wiped down. Adhesives and tapes are to be removed from any walls, and all garbage should be taken out. Furniture that came with the room is also to be moved back to its original position as best as possible. If you're a student returning to Concordia in the following year, you can also keep your fob.
The celebration of student scholarship, more commonly known as COS, is taking place next week on Wednesday, April 17th. COS is an all-day event at Concordia where students can show off the research they have conducted through discussions, presentations, and exhibits. Normal classes won't be taking place on the day of COS, but students are encouraged to attend the various panels and sessions. For students who submitted abstracts and were accepted, panel information like times and locations can be viewed on an email that was sent out.
Exercise Medicine is taking place this week. From April 8th until the 12th, the Exercise Science Club and the Exercise 410 Counseling and Behavioral Strategies course are putting on events for Concordia students to enjoy. Over the last 3 days, there has been hot yoga, yard games, and a step challenge. Tomorrow's event will include a walk or a jog that will take place over a mile. The walk can be done anywhere like a park or a trail or even the track in Olson. If students participate, they are encouraged to take a picture of themselves while completing or after completing the walk. They can then post a picture of themselves and their crew online and tag @CordM and Exercise Science for a chance to win a $10 gift card to Starbucks.
In an email that was recently sent out to students, people were asked to nominate members of the community that deserve the SGA Distinguished Service to Students Award. According to the email, this award seeks to recognize and highlight the impact of individuals who truly go above and beyond their call of service to make Concordia the absolute best it can be. One faculty member, one staff member, and one graduating student are able to be recognized. The email included a link where nominations can be sent. Nominations are open until April 21st at 11:59 p.m.
And now on to sports. For baseball, the Cobber baseball team sweeps McAllister in their doubleheader on their home opener April 9th. In total, for the two games, there were 33 runs and 32 hits. The score of the first game was 18-7. Junior Isaac Henkemeyer Howie led the Cobbers at bat as he went 6 for 8 and scored 5 times for the Cobbers. Henkemeyer Howie is now 27th overall with 108 hits for the all-time hits leaders at Concordia behind former teammate Andrei Gravdal, who has 197. In Game 2, pitcher Jacoby Nold controlled McAllister at bat as he only allowed 2 hits and no walks for the 7-inning game. The next game for the Cobbers is at the Buck April 13th at 1 p.m.
Women's softball is having a rough time finding their groove this season after taking a hard doubleheader loss to St. Ben's April 9th. The final score of the first game was 1-12 as Lawrence Staples and Keely Boss split duties on the mound for the 5-inning game. The final score of the second game was 1-10 as Mallory Leitner and Carissa Finnegan split pitching duties as well in their 6-inning game. Concordia will take to the road for a weekend doubleheader and will play at Hamlin on Saturday, April 13th and at Augsburg on Sunday, April 14th.
Sophomore Kyla Nygaard and her first-year athlete Genevieve Gruba led Concordia with both athletes winning events at the meet that featured many MIAC teams. Nygaard clocked a time of 59:48 in the 400 meters to best a field of 31 runners. Her finishing time is a personal best at number 17 on the school's all-time list. Nygaard's MIAC list this season. Nygaard's sub-1 minute time also moves her into the number 4 on the MIAC list this season. Gruba, who played for the Cobbers women's basketball team in the winter, wasted little time in making her mark on the outdoor track and field scene. Competing in her first college meet, the two-sport athlete unleashed a throw of 1:26.06 and won the javelin by a full 7 feet. Her distance is also number 11 in program history and the second farthest in the conference this year.
Men's golf shook off the rust of winter at the Illinois Wesleyan Invite. Men's golf recorded a team score of 295, which moved the Cobbers up 5 spots from day 1 and into a tie for 16th place in the final team competition. Sophomore Gabe Benson started up where he left off last fall by leading Concordia and posting another top 10 finish. Benson, who is currently ranked in the top 20 of Division III, posted a 2-day total of 2 over 145, 75 to 70, to finish in 9th place in the final individual standing in a tournament that included 214 competitors. And now in an interview about 10-minute scenes with Sam Zimmerman.
Hello, Concordia On-Air rats. So good to see you guys today. Thank you for tuning in. We have a really exciting weekend coming up in terms of Concordia Theater. We have our, I think it's annual by now. Biannual.
Every 2 years.
Every once in a while, eventually it'll happen. The 10-minute scenes. This is a really cool set of scenes we have on Friday and Saturday, all student directed, a couple student written as well. And so I've got one of the directors, Sam Zimmerman, here to talk a little bit about what that process has been like and what people can expect. Thank you so much for being here, Sam. I really appreciate it.
Thank you for having me.
Good to see you. Yes, the behind the scenes of this was very last minute, so I'm really grateful to have you here today.
Of course.
So tell us a little bit about 10-minute scenes. What should the audience be expecting on both Friday and Saturday? Like how does the 10-minute scenes show differ from a regular Concordia Theater production?
Yeah, so you can expect a lot of student work. So 10-minute scenes is a directing project through the Directing One students. So we each pick a 10-minute scene to produce. We provide the costumes and the props and the direction. And we actually have student actors. So we run a audition process just like every other show at Concordia, except this process is completely student run. David Winterstein, our professor, does kind of overwatch that process, but it's just one of the very few things that are completely student run. So yeah, we have, I think, 12 total scenes through Friday and Saturday.
A handful, for sure. Yes. So what was that? Are you a first-time director? Is this something that you're doing for the first time?
Yes.
Very exciting. Congratulations. What was that process like for you getting prepared for up until auditions? What was it like getting prepared? How did you pick your scene? How did you pick your cast? How did you prepare to go into this process?
Yeah, I started by reading a lot of terrible scripts.
That's how it goes.
10-minute scenes are very hard to write because it's either you do way too much or way too little. So I read through a bunch of scripts, and when I picked the one that I finally enjoyed, as did everybody else, we kind of held auditions during a Saturday where I think we had 30 students come and audition. They each prepared a little bit of our scenes and then performed it for us. And then afterwards, we all kind of sat in a circle and we had a bit of a lottery to decide who got to pick which people. And it was a bit of an aggressive process, but that's
directors for you. That's theater directors.
It is. You got to fight for the talent you want.
So tell me a little bit about your show in particular. What is the show about? Who is in your cast? What should people expect in terms of your scene in particular, which is happening on Saturday, correct?
It's the last show.
Yes, and we'll get into a little more of the details about what's happening when in a second here, but would love to hear about your scene.
Yeah, so my script is called Deer Play, and with the title, it's obviously going to be a bit of an odd show.
It's D-E-E-R?
Correct, like the animal.
Gotcha.
Yeah. And so it's a bit of a comedy. It follows our main character, Madge, played by Sage Matson, who was in Laramie as well as At the Wedding this year. And her best friend, Mabel, who's played by Autumn Dover, who is in Guys and Dolls, as she kind of shows Mabel her garden, and it turns out that something happened to her garden. Ooh. And you'll have to come and find out what happened to said garden. Has something probably to do with deer. And so the story continues as she kind of fights this battle and trying to win back her garden. And it's a very comical show.
I love that. That is so fun.
Also, Carlos Orion is in the show as well.
Oh, that's reason enough. Well, another cool thing about Carlos. Carlos, I know, wrote one of these scenes.
He did.
He's not directing, but he wrote one of these scenes. Do you know anything about what that has been like? I know Patrice is directing that one. Have you been able to witness any of that process at all?
Not very much of it. I have heard that it is a very well-written script. Not often do students write their own scripts or have a student write the script for them, but I know last time they did it, actually, Caden Nestler wrote a comedic script as well. But yeah, no, it's
really cool. So when you say it's fully student-run, like it is, like to the point where students are writing this script, and that's something we've done before, which is really, really cool. So we've got 2 different nights of shows. We've got a Friday night. So this Friday night will be the first set of scenes, and then the Saturday night will be the second set of scenes. Real quick, I've got the list and the directors up here for you, so I will real quick give you Friday. We've got The Rabble at Hastings Drives, written by Carlos Orion and directed by Patrice Ekman. Then we've got The Affair Play, directed by Oliver Flugel-Murray. Angel Whisperer, directed by Eliana Fauner. I should know this by now. I'm a good friend of hers. Trifles, directed by Caroline Kronk. We've got Muddy Death and Strudel, directed by Clara Heinzelman. And then Sherlock Holmes, directed by Jaden Brust on the Friday. And then on our Saturday, we've got The Job Interview, directed by Sierra Smith. Duet for Bear and Dog, directed by Kylie Snowbeck. Two from the Line, directed by Gabriel Mesa. Decoding Fruit, directed by Grekin. And Deer Play, directed by Sam Zimmerman. Anything else you want to let people know? Any final ways you can convince folk to come? I mean, it's such a good set of scenes to see, and I mean, there's always something for everybody. Any last minute words to leave with people to convince people to come to the show this weekend?
It only happens once every 2 years. It is my favorite thing that happens on campus, and it's in the Black Box Theater at 7 p.m. both nights.
One night only. You only have one night to see these shows, so make sure to be there. All right, and in true theater fashion, we're going to pass it on to talk about more artsy and entertainment-y things. So on to arts and entertainment with Ephraim and Mary.
Hi everyone, Mary is currently grabbing her microphone from Maya. So while that's happening, I thought I would debut my new art piece after Ephraim's head on a cow's body. A little after that, this is completely unplanned, by the way. We didn't talk about this. I have drawn my second art piece that I'd like to debut on air. I call this one Ephraim's head on a butterfly's body. And I'll come get a close-up for the camera on that. My head on a butterfly's body. Don't forget to compare. So for comparison, this is Ephraim's head on a cow's body. If you want to get a little, compare and contrast up in there. This is Ephraim's head on a butterfly's body. I've decided to add some color, some texture with the dots and the hair. It really is quite realistic. So I'm glad I have the avenue and the opportunity to share my artistic pieces with the people at home. So thank you. We'll see more of Ephraim's head on a butterfly later. Mary, it's so good to see you.
I know, I had to travel so far to get here.
I know, it's like you went 5 feet. But we have a stacked list for A&E tonight, so we got to get into it. Tell me what's new.
So we're bringing back JoJo Siwa.
Okay.
Because last week we talked about her song Karma that was coming out.
And I have now listened to the song in question. I just listened to it last night, actually.
Yeah.
And, I gotta admit, it's kind of catchy.
Well, yeah, the music's actually very good, but that might be because it is not JoJo Siwa's song.
Oh, please elaborate.
So it has come out that this song was originally sung and written for an artist called Britt Smith many years ago, and now JoJo Siwa has taken the song and is saying that it is her own.
Wow. Plagiarism.
Yes. Mm-hmm.
Blatant.
And let's just say that the music videos for this song, they differ very much. One is a lot less raunchy than the other one.
Okay.
Have you seen the music video for JoJo
Yes,
Siwa's?
unfortunately.
Yes.
Unfortunately.
I had the pleasure of being up when it was released last Friday.
I thought JoJo Siwa was like 14. I'm gonna be and she's like 20 now?
I think everyone thought that
JoJo
she was 14.
Siwa's older than me, bro. I'm 18. I'm a child.
Yeah.
I feel like a child. I didn't need to see JoJo Siwa doing anything still right now. Couldn't I have left her in 2018, you think?
I think a lot of people are in that boat right now, especially parents who let their children watch JoJo Siwa and might have thought that that was a song that was kid-friendly.
I just hope that JoJo Siwa can live a happy life, do her thing, and, if this is her last gasp of popularity, I'm kind of having fun, I guess.
Yeah, I mean, she said it correctly. The last few days everybody's been talking about her. It might not be good conversations, but there's still
any publicity is good publicity these days, Mary.
Yeah, her name is in everybody's mouths right now.
Well, thank you for the JoJo Siwa update.
Yes.
We don't do plagiarism here. Don't support that. So if you support plagiarism, don't come to Court on Air.
Or
Sorry,
Concordia,
guys.
because you will get failed from classes.
Unfortunately. I want to throw in a little bit of A&E news from me. If you know me, I'm a big Bluey fan. Shout out Bluey. It can be enjoyed by parents, by teenagers, by young children. Really, Bluey is universal. It's like Sesame Street, but better, if we're really thinking about it. And the new Bluey special, The Sign, widely speculated to be a special about Bluey's family moving, is going to be the first 28-minute episode of the show. If there are any Bluey fans out there, you would know that most of the episodes are between 7 and 8 minutes.
That's insane.
And to have a 28-minute episode, an episode 4 times longer than the usual, it's kind of crazy. So, shout out my Bluey fans out there. We got any Bluey fans in the studio?
Whoa!
That's what's up. Y'all are real. Shout out Bluey. Thank you.
Yes.
What you got, Mary?
So let's start with, obviously next week Taylor Swift's new album comes out.
He likes it. Sure, he will like it, I imagine.
He will very much enjoy it. What about Ephraim's cow?
head on a cow body? Yes. He'll like it too. He'll like it too.
You know, it's definitely going to be an interesting one considering nobody expected Taylor Swift to come out with a new album right now. Everyone was rooting for Reputation, and that didn't happen. So we'll have to see.
Yeah, man. Well, in movie news, A24, the famous indie movie production company, famous for their films, the one movie that Everything Everywhere All at Once. Probably one of the best movies of, I think, 2022 when it came out. Known for making pretty boundary-pushing, interesting, different kinds of movies, is releasing a new movie this Friday, Civil War, meant to be kind of an epic, out-there movie about a fictional civil war between, I believe, California and New York. Could be wrong on that, but it's looking to be a pretty big A24 film, and it's coming out this Friday.
That's crazy.
Are you familiar with any A24 films?
I am. Honestly, off the top of my head, I could tell you none other than that one. But I definitely have watched a few, and I think it's just stage fright.
Yeah. Well, you know, if Civil War is going to be anything like prior A24 movies, it will prove to be a boundary-pushing, out-there, ambitious movie.
Yes.
So look out for it.
Yes, in more movie news, the Joker 2 has been announced, aka the Joker that has Lady Gaga in it as Harley Quinn, and it is called Joker Folie à Deux. I don't know if I'm saying that right, but I'm hoping I did
I took a year of French, and I still couldn't say that. So,
we're close enough.
Close enough here at A&E.
But yeah, Joaquin Phoenix, Lady Gaga, that'll be an interesting one. I believe a trailer just dropped for it. So that'll be very interesting.
You know, Joaquin Phoenix sounds really similar to Walking Phoenix. You know
Yes.
what I mean? The famous band featuring Concordia members. Shout out Tor. You're probably watching this, Tor, and I hope you are, because you're pretty awesome, Tor. And, you know, they're going to kill it. Are you familiar with B. Miller at all?
I am actually.
Really?
I remember.
You have a B. Miller story?
I don't really have a B. Miller story, but I definitely had a couple of her old songs on my playlist, and I didn't know that she still made music. Wow. So that's a big surprise, and I'm really excited to see her at Cornstalk in like 2 weeks.
Actually, next week.
That is true.
Next week.
It is like a week and a half at this point.
Quick. Do we have any more A&E news that you want to touch on, Mary? We got anything insane?
So Morgan Wallen was apparently arrested for throwing a chair out of a bar window.
Oh,
so
I have so much sympathy. You can hear it in my voice.
You know,
I love the guy.
Reckless endangerment is a thing, and throwing a chair out of a window does qualify as a crime.
Oh, dude, Morgan Wallen, I feel so bad.
Country.
I mean, well, we stand country here at Court on Air. Shout out Zach Bryan. Shout out
Beyonce now.
Beyonce, yeah, now.
She's freaking trailblazing.
Do you think Cowboy Carter's gonna win a country music award? Do you think it's gonna win?
I think it's a little too new.
It's a little too new?
I think it might be a little new for country music awards, but
I mean,
there's a very big chance it has been very popular
but
since
if
its
Morgan Wallen,
inception.
I mean, no outward hate to Morgan Wallen, just inward. If he can win, I don't know if he's won a country music award at all, but if he can win an award, why can't Beyonce? I mean, his music is just trap bangers. He just makes trap bangers with a southern twang. And Texas Hold'em isn't gonna win Single of the Year, a song that is country at its core.
That is true.
I mean, come on.
I
Morgan
think-
Wallen doesn't need an award, guys.
Well, he is in jail, so
He's in jail?
he was. I don't know.
I
He
feel
probably
so much
bailed himself out at
sympathy.
this point, but I think that might dock him down a few pegs.
Wow. Well, I think that might have to do it for A&E tonight.
I
Mary.
believe so.
What message should we send our wonderful folks at home with?
Don't plagiarize. Don't throw chairs out windows.
Wear your seatbelt.
Watch Bluey
Watch Bluey.
and Civil War A24.
I've been Ephraim,
And I'm Mary.
and
This is A&E.
thank you.